Good day, my fellow South Africans. Back by popular demand. We are today looking at some grade 11 revision with the grade 12 group sitting in front of me. Today, we have here working through some algebra. Now, we know algebra is almost like the ever-present spirit in the mathematics classroom. So he's always there. I call him the ghost because it will haunt us if we don't learn to be proficient in algebra. So I want everyone's attention as we are working through this. We're going to work first through this page on the first side, and then we're going to see if there's time to go to the back. This is supposed to be easy marks. So let's see. Simplify without a calculator. I hope you've highlighted that. Without a calculator, because that's what we're going to try to do. So the first question there, 1.1, is 27 over 8 to the power of negative 2 over 3. Now, guys and girls, you think you are smart, but remember, the person marking is not so smart as you. So all of the steps. First step that I'm going to do, I'm first going to get rid of a negative exponent. In order for me to get rid of the negative exponent, I can change the fraction. That means the denominator and numerator swaps. But the only thing that changes there is that the sign falls away. There's a rule for that. I can't remember what the rule it is exactly. The next step in one like this will be to prime factorize. If we prime factorize 8, and they were quite specific that we need to do this without the calculator. So I want to see your steps. 2 to the power of 3 and 3 to the power of 3. That's 2 to the power of 3. Now we use the power to power rule, and that means the exponent inside gets multiplied with the exponent outside. So that's going to be 2 to the power of 3 multiplied with 2 over 3. I can write it over 1, and that 3 cancels out, over 3 to the power of 3 multiplied with 2 over 3. Then the same thing happens here. So in essence, we have 2 to the power of 2 over 3 to the power of 2, which equals to 4 over 9. You see, I'm still well intact. I hope that was 3 minutes. Let's go to the next 1.2. I won't be able to stick to time because I'm doing explanations as well. As far as possible, trying to stay with this, and I want you to also see how I'm trying to attempt the questions. I'm not sitting and doing nothing, just looking at the questions the whole time. So 1 minus the square root of 2 and 1 plus the square root of 2. Now I want you to make a note there. If you see something like this, Lisa Kanya and viewers at home, if you see like this, I identify that this is a bracket and another bracket. The brackets looks almost identical. So there's a difference of 2 squares. I should know that this answer in my head, this is now my TP. TP stands for thinking process, because mathematical people are critical thinkers and their mind constantly works. I had a dream many years ago. I woke up and I realized that the answer is 2 to a question that I was asked earlier in the day. So that means my mind works even when you sleep. But your mind can only work if you train it in the right way to work. So my thinking process says that this has an answer. So my thinking process says that this answer is actually 1 minus 2. So that is equals to negative 1. So now I just need to simplify the top, and then I know that the answer is going to be a negative of whatever is on top. So how do I simplify this on top? Because the instruction is still without the use of a calculator. We once again use prime factorization. So that's going to be 2 square root of 2 to the power of 3 minus 50 prime factorized is, help, 2 to the power of 2. Is it 2 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 2? Okay, that's nice. Over, I'm not done yet, so I'm going to say I can take out the 2, there remains a 2, so that becomes 2 times 2, which equals to 4 square root 2 minus, what can I take out here? Minus 5 square root 2 and negative 1. That one and that one is I can take out a common factor, but I can also almost consider this as 4a minus 5a. So it's like terms. We call it like surds. Grade 11 viewers watching there, we are currently busy with surds and indices in the grade 11s. So this is actually some of that grade 11 revision that we can apply there. So like surds, 4 minus 5 is equal to negative square root 2 over negative 1. So that answer becomes a positive. Our answer there is positive square root 2. If you got that right, good stuff. You know you can work grade 12. Now we need to get to, still not on grade 12 level, but yeah, let's move on. We're going to get there, hopefully. Now we have simplifying that 9 to the power of 9 minus 1 multiplied with 27 to the power of 3 minus 2n all over 81 to the power of 2n. Let's do the equation here. First step, anyone? 2. Thank you. Some of us are awake. Remember, we're going to prime factorize, so that's 3 to the power of 2. Use your brackets, don't be shy. Multiplied with 3 to the power of 3 minus 2n. I need your attention here. Wake up your friends at home. Tell them, Mr. Le Cordeur is busy here. We need your attention. You cannot afford to be sleeping here. That's 3 to the power of 4 and 2 minus 4 minus n. What is my next step? So that step was called prime factorization. And the small steps makes a big difference at the end of the day. What is the next step? Power to power rule. So I'm going to expand 3. What is the question? We good? Alright, that's to the 2n. A lot of us make this mistake. A lot of us. And you are thinking that I'm joking, but I marked the grade 11 baseline. There were some of these questions in. I am going to do a memorandum discussion there on YouTube. So it will be coming soon. You can check. That was actually a mistake that a lot of learners made. Downwards, you're not going to get to the right answer because they set up this questions so that most of the variables cancel out. So that becomes 3 to the power of 9 minus 6n over minus 4n. All of the bases are the same. I like to write it like this. Check here. 3 2n minus 2 plus that. Why am I adding that? Bases are the same and doing multiplication is law 1 of the exponent law that we were taught actually in grade 9. Now I'm doing this with my grade 9s. But plus 9 minus 6n and then minus, use a bracket, 8 minus 4n. Now for time's sake, I'm just going to change that and distribute the bracket. So now I know that that becomes a negative and that becomes a positive. And that is all there. Okay, now we look for like terms. I'm going to do 2n minus 6n is negative 4n plus 4n cancel. So it's 0n, but we don't write down that coefficient of 0. So what is remaining? It's negative 2. So we have 3 to the power of negative 2 plus 9. That gives me 7 minus 8, negative 1. So my answer there is 1 over 3. If you got that, great stuff. You see, so the work is not so impossible. We sometimes just forget the basics there. I hope you viewers at home are enjoying this lesson with me. I'm Mr. Le Cordeur. Don't forget to share this with your family and friends. Also, share this with your girlfriend. Would be a great gift for Valentine's Day. Even if she's grade 8, 9 or grade 11 and she's not grade 12, share it with her so that she knows. Okay? And even if she does maths lit, maybe you can just point in some light to her. We are live. Yes, we are live. We are not live. Okay. Moving on to question number 2. Let's pause the video there, see if it works.